Quick history lesson. Stop 6 is a mainly African American neighborhood located on the east side of Fort Worth, Texas. Founded by Amanda Davis, who purchased 1 acre of undeveloped land in 1896 for $45. Ms. Davis had 10 children, raised poultry, and worked as a laundress. And today, she has a street named in her honor, as well as several other things. But before the name Stop 6 came along, it was called Cowanville. The name change was from when the Northern Texas Traction Company ran an electric-powered streetcar from 1902 to 1934. Cowanville was the 6th stop on this 90-minute ride trip from Fort Worth, Dallas to Texas. So citizens start calling it Stop 6, and the name stuck like glue. And over the decades, the community grew and thrived for black people, developing neighborhoods for business owners, elected officials, and even civic leaders, along with several other respectable occupations. Today, Stop 6 is known for its rural feel and rich sports history, being home to Dunbar High School, a school whose boys basketball team would be coached by legendary Robert Hughes Sr. Coach Robert Hughes Sr. is a legend in the Fort Worth area and even the basketball community, coaching Dunbar from 1973 all the way to 2005, winning 3 state championships with Dunbar and 5 in total, and 35 district championships, man. That's crazy. Also compiling 1,333 wins, resulting in him becoming the winningest boys high school basketball coach in the U.S. Stop 6 also named a street after this man, and there's even a documentary that I cannot find to save my life called 5700 Ramey Avenue, the address of Dunbar High School, talking about his legacy through Dunbar. Robert Hughes was also inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 2017. So Coach Robert Hughes is cemented in basketball history as a legend, and I'll definitely be tackling a video of him eventually. But today I want to talk about one of his players, a man born and raised in Stop 6, and how he went from playing basketball in Mexico all the way to Israel, and how he ultimately followed his heart back to Fort Worth, and today is helping the Stop 6 community get back to its old roots. Let's get to the video. Jeremis Smith was born May 14, 1986, and was a star at Dunbar High School due to his abilities on the court. Reading articles, some people even called him a man amongst boys when he was playing in these games. And in addition to winning over 100 games in his last 3 years with the team, Smith would go on to win a championship in his senior year. And a fun fact, during his state championship game, guess who he went against, y'all? Kendrick Perkins, man. That's crazy as hell, right? Dude went against Kendrick Perkins, bro. But after finishing up his senior year with the championship, Smith would go on to Georgia Tech, where he would be replacing none other than Chris Bosh, man. Another Texas native that Smith actually went up against several times in his high school career. And things were looking smooth for Smith. He was getting settled into his new lifestyle in Georgia, learning to play, getting his reps in with the team, until unfortunately freshman year, during mid-season, Smith would suffer a serious knee injury that would cause him to miss the rest of his first year at Georgia Tech. But from 2005 to 2008, Smith would dominate the boards and become a leader amongst his peers. The head coach would name Jeremis Smith team captain in his final 2 years at Georgia Tech, which rightfully so, because Smith would end up leading the Jackets in rebounding in his final 2 years and lead the team in steals and rebounds in his last year, even becoming Georgia Tech's career leader in steals as a power forward. So man, dude was crazy athletic. Reading articles and watching interviews, Smith had so much camaraderie for his teammates, and every sentence is him showing love and appreciation to his teammates and just giving them props on him soaking up all the knowledge that they gave him so he could maintain success throughout his career, which rightfully so, because Smith played with some great guys that would go on to have successful basketball careers, including NBA, overseas, And some guys even playing pro ball to this day. So some guys went into coaching, other guys hold a office position within the basketball organization. So it's safe to say it's safe to say that he had some great teammates around him. And like those guys, Jeremis Smith had the talent, the leadership, determination to make his NBA dreams a reality. Smith would get his opportunity to try out with the Seattle Supersonics as well. After showcasing his rebounding ability and ability to be an asset on both ends of the floor, Supersonics would give Smith a wink and a promise of drafting him in the 2009 NBA draft. But when the 2009 NBA draft came, Smith patiently waited, and Supersonics would go on to draft Russell Wilson, Sergio Ibaka, Walter Sharp, Trent Plastit, Devin Harden, and a guy named Sasha Khan with their last pick in the NBA draft, leaving Smith out in the cold. Damn, man, that's tough. Smith has stated saying, "After I went undrafted, I thought I was going to quit the game. I thought the game didn't love me anymore. I thought I was finished." Of course, when you're young and have this thing we all call ambition, that fire inside that keeps you persistent in obtaining a goal, like Smith, you do not quit. You keep going. So Smith hit the gym and worked on his craft. A few months later, Smith would get a Facebook message from high school friend and teammate Demetric Shaw letting him know it was an opportunity to play down in Mexico. And I'm assuming Jeremis Smith thought on this for a minute, and after thinking on it for some time, Smith decided to take his talents down to Mexico. I'm assuming the transition from U.S. basketball to basketball in Mexico is a little different because Smith would find himself playing for two teams in his first year in Mexico. The following years, from 2010 to 2011, Smith played for numerous teams in Central and South America and was even able to have decent success in Mexico. Before moving to Israel and signing with the team during the 2011-2012 season, in Israel, Jeremis Smith would see himself being a fan favorite and winning a championship during the 2013 season with his team after coming back from a broken foot injury. I don't even know the name of the team he won with because he played for 4 teams in 2012 as well as 4 teams in 2013, so sorry about the lack of information on my end, y'all. But in an interview, he says fans still show him love for helping the team win a championship, messaging him through social media and commenting on posts. From 2013 to 2019, Smith would find himself signing with several teams overseas in Israel and having success, still averaging great numbers. But age and injuries would begin catching up to Smith towards the later end of his career. Especially when the players lack million-dollar equipment like the NBA provides, Smith would start feeling out of sync. With being out of a country where nobody speaks your damn language, I can only assume it can get lonely even for the most introverted of people. I can't find many interviews or articles on his time in these countries, but an interview he did while in Israel, Smith would voice how lonely it could be being in a country far away from friends and family. Of course, using this time to learn, quoting the experience changed his life as he was exposed to different cultures along with ideas that he would use both on and off the court. Somewhere in between this time, Smith learned a valuable lesson, quoting, "Making it is understanding my personal struggles and overcoming those personal battles and my vices in life. Educating my mom or my sister on financial credit. It's about teaching other people in my family about financial literacy. It's about helping my family. People leaning on me for that sort of help and advice, to me that's making it. And what a better way to get fulfillment than going back home and helping the people who need it most." One morning in 2019, while living in Portland, Oregon, Smith knew that it was time to return to Fort Worth. He remembers feeling out of alignment. Smith stated, "I'm having a great time, I'm eating good food, I'm having friendships up here, but I'm outside my purpose," he said. So Smith packed up his bags, got in his car, and drove 30 hours back to Fort Worth, Texas. Smith would hang his jersey up and never suit up for a pro game again. And today, Smith runs a construction company called Legacy Construction Solutions, where he buys old and abandoned homes along with purchasing homes from families in the Stop 6 area where he grew up, refurbishing the houses and selling the homes at a discounted rate. Also buying vacant land in the area to build houses for development. Smith states that his grandfather built houses in the Stop 6 area and that building houses in Stop 6 is also special to him. Smith also owns a bar located on the east side of Fort Worth called Hamilton Social. And another local business owner, Lisa McDaniel, praised Smith for his eagerness, calling him a team player, meeting with community members to ask what they need, adding he made a table for the community to come and share their ideas, so they can come together and think of ideas to provide more resources for the community. Along with his great communication skills that he credits to school and his journey through life, one of Smith's largest ambitions is to bring a historically black college in to Stop 6, which he said would be his biggest contribution in his lifetime. And that's something you don't hear too often. Unlike other videos, the lesson I learned was instant here. Analyzing the situations, I can see Jeremis Smith wanted to make it to the NBA, and he had all the talent to do so. But sometimes what you want is no longer aligned with what you desire. The heart is a strong place, and if something is calling you to do something, take action, because that's where the fulfillment is. Jeremis Smith took action, and I believe he feels more fulfilled than ever after knowing what making it means to him. Being a pro athlete can easily overload you with money, fame, and the entourage, but not the satisfaction that your heart desires. So think about your values in life and what fulfills you. Would you choose a life of fulfillment with barely getting recognized, or choose the life of recognition but always feeling empty by not following your heart? My name is Aliko McKinney, and this was a short story.